Daniel 1:15. Umiktsat yamim asara nir'a marehem tov uvriye basar min kol hayaladim ha'ochalim et patbag hamelech. So here we get and from. There's our min preposition. And from the end of 10 days. There we see that again. Days 10, if you have that number there. Now, if we go back and look at the min preposition, you might be expecting to see a dagesh right here, which would be the noon that has assimilated. But notice that this is a kof, and if you remember the Skinnem Levy rule, so sibilants and then kof, nun, mem, lamed, vav, yod, these consonants with a dagesh lene and a vocal schwa, they may omit the dagesh forte, and indeed it does here. So this is a min preposition. That's what we're looking at. It's a temporal min, so we might say even something like at the end of 10 days. Then we have their appearance. Their appearance was seen as good. The verb here is a nifal perfect, third masculine singular of the verbal root ra'ah, and so that's where we get the passive idea was seen, was noticed or observed to be good, and fatty of flesh. Now that's an interesting way to say plump. So they hadn't thinned out at all in their appearance because of eating the vegetables, etc. And so literally we have fatty of flesh. Then we get this min preposition that gives us a comparison between their appearance, Daniel and his friends, versus the young men, the ones eating from the rations of the king or from the provisions of the king. So we've seen these before, but this min preposition gives us that comparison. So we might even go back to this and say something like, their appearance was seen to be better than and fattier of flesh than. And that gives us all that comparative idea, better than and fattier of flesh than all of the young men, the ones eating, direct object marker, the provisions of the king.